Stop!
Well, he's dead, so now you can take his out.
Stop! I can't heal without them hitting me. Oh man, that is ridiculous. But I got a thing. YouTube now live. Really?
Ooh.
Man, that guy, like, perfectly timed to just mess me up.
Rio.
I guess it was worth it. Like, stop though.
I think he was having a good time with it.
Oh, that hit. That one actually I can see swung above. Terrible that is available in the boss fight. I think it should be blocked off. This should be a fog wall right here that you can't go through while in the boss fight. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You're still here? That was weird. Didn't expect that. Later, loser. Wait. This isn't where I died. Is it?
No, you died.
That's right. Later, losers. Then I come back.
I'm back, losers.
So about earlier. How's it going?
That's the bit right there.
Oh. What do you give me? Terrible.
A pebble.
The pebble? I could have teleported you down there. Could have teleported to that. I'm doing this all the wrong way. I just don't want to use my teleports, you know? My items. I'm not scared of using items in this game. It's that those items, I just don't want to use those. I'm used to having like a homeward spell, you know? Yeah. Great. Thanks, Cameron. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 or 6? Was that 5 or 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, that's not good news. I think that was still maybe 6 hits, but it was dealing less damage per hit. I mean, this version's gonna do more, right? You know, the whip does less damage than the regular cane does. But it has its advantages.
Yeah, like rank.
Stun. And apparently, as Grant has told me, possible laceration damage. What? Well, do something about it. No?
I don't even think. Oh, he wasn't even looking at you.
How did that not send him to the ground? Go down. Don't even use the sword for that visceral. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's another cool thing, I guess, that I can do a visceral with the sword equipped. Because I can't do that with the whip. It won't let me. The charge attack is just a heavy attack. Yeah, it's a nice combo too. But this is what I want to have stronger than the whip. What is that?
That's another elevator.
What do you mean that's another?
I'll take you somewhere.
What do you... I never... Did I? Have I? Have I been here? Have I done this? Is it locked? What's going on?
Go down and see what happens.
What is it? Just opens to what? What does it do?
Is this what I think it is?
I don't know. I don't think I've been here. How do I know?
I think it might be what I think it is.
What do you think it is?
Go down.
You know, I just picked up a bunch of blood echoes, right?
Yeah, you'll be fine. You should be fine. Yep, it is what I think.
Well, now
it
I
is.
want to take that elevator.
Take your torch out.
What?
Take your torch out.
Why?
It'll be fun. Go out.
I don't like this.
Just step right. You'll be fine.
If I die,
You're not gonna die. It's a cool thing though.
won't I? I don't like that. Why is my torch out?
So you can see
See what?
the great one.
Oh.
It's the brain. Go closer to him.
Oh. Look at that. Can I kill it?
I don't think you can.
Is this it?
Yep.
Oh.
It's not gonna do anything to you, but if you move, his eyes will follow you.
He has different... No, he's got pretty much the same hands. Never mind.
He's got the same music.
They're just kind of shriveled.
Or the gauntlet hands.
He does have the eyeballs, though.
He's looking straight at you.
Is this fine? Is this okay?
I think that might hurt a little bit, but I don't think it'd feel pain.
This? Is that good? How about this? Is this fine? Is this cool? You okay with this? Any objection? I can kill it. He has a health bar.
See how long it takes.
Oh yeah, it might take a while, but I can.
I think it'll like just get really low and then it'll.
I got his eyeball wet with my tentacles. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. More damage than that. So 169, 111. Come on. Do that, Fengi. Can you do that? That's not the Fengi I was thinking of. There's that's what I was thinking. If you have your ring finger like tucked underneath, you can't lift your other fingers. But if you have your other fingers tucked underneath, you can lift them.
I can move these two, but not this one. Not that one.
Well, you can move it by way of moving your pinky far enough, because it'll pull it.
Nope.
No? Do you have a guitar finger? Can you do this? Yeah, you got a guitar finger. Your pinky can go down without moving your ring finger. I can't do it over here. Oh, you have it on both hands. I can't do it on my right hand.
And that thing. It hurts though. You see, I wasn't able to do that. That's how my brother kicked me in the thumb, like 10 years back.
He's got hemorrhoids. Is it possible to die down here? Or is it an infinite void or a limited void? Or
Probably a limited void.
Or a dip. Or a hole. Oh! Look at that.
Map textures.
Look at that. No one expected you to look up. See the lighting cut. It's like lit there, not lit there. Lit there, not there. There, not there. There, not there, there. Sit there, not there, there. Did you ever watch Harvey Birdman? There's a moment where Harvey Birdman, attorney at law, goes into his boss's office. I forget his boss's name, but he wears an eye patch, and he's voiced by Stephen Colbert. And he tells Harvey Birdman to sit down. And he's got a chair, and he's got like a statue or something as well. But because he's got an eye patch and no depth perception, he doesn't know where he's pointing. And he's like, sit down. And then Harvey goes to sit down on the chair, and he's like, not there, there. There, not there, there. And he just keeps pointing at the same place, even when he says not there. And Harvey's like really confused and looking at the statue and the chair like back and forth. Like, what does he want me to sit on? And he eventually just sits on the statue. Yeah, but I do that. Not there, there. There. I need to compile a list of things from television that I imitate. And that way I can say, look, this is where it comes from. I am insane, but not that insane. Why did I do this? I expected to die. That's why. Good for me. You ever wonder where those chains go? Well, if you were playing DS2, you would know. Because DS2 shows you where those chains go.
Where do they go?
They just go up.
The map layout in DS2 not the best. It's not the worst.
There's
actually.
A bit of world warping.
It may be the worst, actually. Because how do I... The most notorious one I can think of is...
Welcome home.
Harvest Valley.
Very well.
You go in an elevator and you go up. and you end up at a volcano. You go outside of Harvest Valley, you look at that tower, you tell me that it goes up to a volcano. That makes no sense. At all.
Farewell, good hunter.
Yeah, there's a
May
yeah.
you find your worth
There's an
in the
elevator
waking
to a
world.
volcano behind a windmill.
So many things that don't make sense. I wish they had.
But like I said, there's a bit of world warping in the game.
A bit.
Yeah.
There's a lot of it. I still love the game. It's just it's got its fair share of flaws.
Welcome. What
I still love
Very
it though. I
well.
play it all the
Let
time. But you got 30 arcane.
Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth.
Mm-hmm. Farewell, goodbye. It's getting close.
Yeah.
Getting real close. And I still have this, and I'm never going to use it now. Because the 26 rapid poison does nothing to anyone. I used it on... I can't remember what I used it on last, but they had a lot of health. I think it was an NPC type. It was a player type NPC attacking me. And I just poked him and poked him and poked him, poked him and poked him, and he never got rapid poison. So I was like, well, I don't get it. This is who I am. I must reflect it. I'm the library. Oh, yeah. Well, I could. 20...
I don't think it's good.
40...
You wouldn't get a lot.
160... Yeah, I think I can do that. No, I can't do that. I have 57 on top of my 13. I'm just a little too short. Why 20? What's up with that? Who decided? Things got more expensive in there, too.
Oh, yeah.
Only one boss left, so I hear.
Yep.
I don't know where to fight them. And I only have 2 umbilical cords. So I missed something. I know one of them I missed because I'm not doing quest lines. But the other one I should have been able to just find. Okay, dog didn't get up. Sorry, the crow. Burb? Durd? The derb. Derb didn't get up.
49.
Do they have scimitar?
Pair of swords.
Go. No, I didn't flat him. Hey, check it out. Ow, the tree got in the way. look and see what was going on. I got too many bullets, but thank you. That replenished the... Who making the noise? Stop it. Get down here. Face me. I'm glad you didn't. I would have been scared. Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Dummy. That's a banister railing that that's a tree. He has tinnitus. Or he has the weapon. The ball, the mace. The Morning Star, they called it, without spikes. It does electricity. You know, from Liza P.
A tinnitus.
Yeah, that's what I said, tinnitus. From Liza P. Can't you see the Liza P influence? That has been bothering me.
Yeah.
Isn't that a DLC boss?
Mm-mm.
What do you mean, How is it not a DLC? Oh, come on. There's no reason. Why'd they do this?
I don't know where they like
Okay, I realize why they did that.
Like they have the whole texture to it.
Bloodborne doesn't need to release the butthole cut. They have it. That's just the original cut. Well, I did it. Am I rewarded? No. See, they put them on stairs because you can't visceral them. And they're like, haha! You thought you had it. You were like, easy pig. Oh.
There's two of them.
Ah! Good. Good. I see what you're doing here. That's very good. You've done well. You've done correct. Hey! Tried to trick me.
So that's what.
Ah!
Okay.
What? Do I have enough? That's
No.
2 down. That's 40 less.
You need 4 more.
No, I'm like, do I have enough to pop all my insight and then just
Why
buy
you
them?
get rid of your insight so bad? That you need that. You're the librarian. Librarians have insight. A lot of insight. They read the books.
But insight drives you mad. I'm not Deadpool. I don't need that kind of insight. Look at these pigs. They have plenty of insight on
but
their
they
own.
weren't saying to begin with. They're pigs.
Well, they apparently might have once been just normal humans. If you believe that.
I don't.
Well. Hey! I only shot 1 pig in the butt.
Yeah, they won't let you fight one at a time. I don't know why.
I died.
Also, they hurt a lot.
I went to the wrong side of this.
Well, you're what? Yeah, you're okay.
Wrong button. Yeah. That works. Doesn't break my weapon. Really wants to shove his face in my face. Yeah. There, I did 1 at a time. Here, I'll use it now. And then when I kill this one, I will get more.
A lot of items over here.
Yeah. Ooh, hey, it's the thing I was looking for.
Well, go kill the pig.
Well, hold on. I want to see if it actually is the thing I was looking for, and I'm not just a weirdo. No, it's not.
It's like at 50% though.
Why do you call it nourishing?
Because it's attacked at 50%.
I dodged. I pressed it to dodge. I saw me. I couldn't help but notice how I dodged and dipped. You notice that?
I wouldn't recommend staying there.
Okay, there's a tree. I just need him to turn around for a second.
That's a really strong tree.
I accidentally ran. Instead of stepping. Moving just a tiny bit too fast. Just a tiny bit. Because I have reach, sure. Yeah. Oh, it was only 2. What in the world?
Yeah, still open right there.
Something about it just felt like a different sky. But I guess it's on the horizon. Zero Dawn.
Good game. I haven't finished that though.
Well, it's because there's no dawn. Those are for boss. Oh, you're one of those guys. Oh, they turned around.
They just left them there.
Like, I think that guy died. Where's your limit of those? Sad. That's even sadder. Before you get to the boss fight, you take a bunch of damage.
Yeah. I'll give you a shortcut though. Pretty nice shortcut too.
I need to nitrous. Not the tiny one.
I'm pretty sure you can use it on it once you get like 30 arcane.
I need 40. No.
You only need 40 for the.
I need 25. I need this exploding stars.
Watch out! There's some guys around corners down here.
Isn't that the shortcut?
There's also blood rocks or bloodstone chunks down here too.
Isn't this a shortcut?
No.
Isn't that the boss?
No.
Well,
watch out, there's guys around corners in here.
my instinct was to come this way. Oh man, you missed a very strange day of filming. Lightsaber stuff.
Oh yeah.
I
got home and I fell asleep immediately.
because I was there all day. Because I didn't know what time people were going to show up, so I just stayed there. And there was nothing to do for many hours until I had word from anyone. Because I couldn't leave because I didn't know when they were going to be there. They could have been there the moment I left. Like, I'm going to go eat, and then they show up, and like, where are you? I'm like... So I just stayed the whole day. And then about 6-something, Bryce shows up. And I'm like, okay, good, you're here. We can start setting up equipment. Do we know when anyone else will be here? He says, not yet. 6 p.m. So I was there with nothing to do from noon to 6.
You have a Switch, don't you?
I wasn't going to go home and get it.
Why didn't you bring it with you?
Because I didn't think I'd be there waiting. I didn't know we were filming that day until I got there that morning.
Really?
Yeah, because Bryce was like, hey, we need to film today. And I was like, okay, I'll be here. He's like, what time and where? And I'm like, here now. Right now. I'm ready. And then Nathaniel texted in and said, I'll be there at 7. And we're like, okay, well, that's not too far away. We can set up and get ready. And then he had to delay it a little bit, so he said 7:30. We're like, okay, that's fine. You know, most of the day's gone, but we can still film something because I really just had that time to think over alternatives. And that's why I asked you if you could help. Because if you were able to show up...
What was that, Sunday?
Yeah, if you were able to show up at, after work, and they somehow were not able to show up, then I had to choreograph something that would just be us. And that meant that we only had one lightsaber. So I would have to choreograph something where I don't even use a sword.
Yeah.
And all I do is avoid your lightsaber. So I practiced some tumbles and then hurt myself. Because because I'm used to doing tumbles on ground and like padding, and that stage is hard.
Oh.
I did not expect, because it's built. I thought, oh, this is gonna, have some give to it. It's gonna be soft. It's gonna be that soft wood with give. No, it was not. It was very stiff, and it has, it's a very solid construction with no give at all, and will hit you back. But I did, I did 2 tumbles to see what it looked like on camera. One was a long one where I rolled very far, and I was like, that's not going to work because you can't track me on the camera that well, and I don't want you to go down to track me. I want you to keep the camera still. But then I popped up out of the camera. So I was like, okay, so I'll do it again, but I'll do a very short tumble, which hurt worse. And I know that hurts worse because I'm hitting too close to where I'm standing rather than dipping down to roll. And then he's like, are you all right? I'm like, no. No, I'm not all right. So then I had decided, all right, I'm not letting anyone else do tumbles for this. Clearly, unless they're a skateboarder and they know how to fall. She's fine. She's okay.
Yeah. There's nothing to worry about.
She's glowing. This is not boss. This is okay. Her face is not what I expected.
Yeah.
But her glowiness is do not attack this.
I would say go through those rooms with those 2 torches because that's a shortcut right there.
Okay. I'm just pointing out from Soft's do not attack this person indicators, and one of them is a glow. If you ever see somebody standing somewhere and
if you hit her, she just disappears.
and they got a big old glow on them, that's you know, this isn't an enemy.
Well, it's not that she's glowing as she's wearing just like a white wedding dress.
What? She's got bloom. Do you see that?
A little bit.
That right there, you can really see the bloom.
Yeah.
And there's no, like, official source of light on her. So it's kind of coming from her. There's no such thing as mimics.
What did that say?
I can only have one. I can't even store it. What else am I gonna do? Leave it there?
I mean, you could, but I mean, it kind of completely defeats the purpose of getting it in the first place.
Yeah. I wasn't quick enough, and yet too quick. Okay. I don't need that. I can't. Hold on. Yeah, I've got a whole nother set. So if it works, but I fail, then I'll do it again. If it doesn't work, and I fail, then I just won't do it again. I go down. What? Dare you trick me? Uh-huh. Sure was.
Well, you're not dead. So...
I'm just gonna teleport. I'll Hunter's Dream and then come back. I have blood chunks and I can get more blood chunks and then blood chunk my way to victory. Surely. I tried that once. They said no. Surely. It's a play on words. Actually, it's a play on mumbling. Well, I just take all the elevators.
Why don't you just go back down the way, that way, the other way.
I don't want to just take all the elevators. Someone lived here once.
No, this is a nightmare.
Someone dreamed they lived here once.
It'd have to be a pretty bad dream.
It's Mikolash. It was Michelob Ultra. The derb fell down.
Yeah.
Or the bog. One of them's a bog. Or it's a derb and a crow. Or all of them. I have enough blood to get one more strength. I can equip that. I don't know if it'll be any good. Oh, one more. Oh, one more. Oh, one more.
What are you trying to do?
Level up. There it is. Maybe.
Welcome. What is? Very well. Let me.
Yep. Okay.
So there's a game on the Switch.
Farewell, good.
Daemon X Machina, which is another mecha game. It's pretty fun, but it's pretty dead. But it's really fun. Also kind of difficult in some areas.
Where did I... You know what?
Don't worry about it.
That one also needs 8, but I'm not gonna... All the things that default to no, and then it's just like, well, what about yes? Well, I guess then it would be yes. Was that the new one? It's not physical, it's just attack. What's the difference?
Attack up 15%. That's everything.
See, then, did I get one of... I didn't. I just got these two. Do I want to keep rally potential and then also the skill scaling? No. Because that's not as much. That is a huge
From
boost.
269 to 320, that is massive.
Okay. Unfortunately, skill scaling...
Still a B.
When that happened? Oh, because I leveled up the weapon.
Yep.
So yeah,
now.
skill scaling stopped doing stuff. Okay.
So now you just do way more. Check out check the damage in your stats. See how much more it's doing. Yo,
Yeah.
I'm doing
Okay. Yeah. See, I knew I just needed to upgrade it.
it.
For
Last time
it
I
to
checked it, it was
do
339.
Yeah.
Now it's a full 200 more. Well, 190 about.
I was told that this would help with my enjoyment of the game. It's still a concession to me because I want to play wrong, but at the same time I want to be able to play the game.
Yeah.
So the cane is playing wrong. Using this weapon is, I mean, the game's like, hey, you got to do this.
Well, you don't have to play wrong. You just
Yeah.
Why did you go back to this one instead of the middle one?
Because I could take the elevators.
Oh, you really like these elevators, don't you?
All the elevators. They do it.
That bird doesn't work out very well, does it?
It tried. It gave it a good wing danga. I looked that up. I'm not sure if that's a real thing. you're Aussie, let me know. Because it comes from somebody who's Aussie, who's like, you want to say good try, say good wang dango. And then eventually I was like, I want to say that once, but I'm going to look that up and see if that's a thing, and I can't find it.
Did you look up Australian slang?
I did. Wasn't there. But there's also like, I don't know, like 30 different lists that mostly have the same stuff, but they have a lot of different stuff too. Everyone's here. This is just like Batman. Except they were all the Joker.
Wait, which Batman?
Arkham Asylum?
Oh yeah, I never played Arkham Asylum.
It might be Origins. No.
I haven't played any of the
It's
Batman
Asylum.
games.
It's because the Joker's taken over. But there's this room that you walk through where there's a bunch of monitors or something on people's heads, and it's the Joker on the monitors. Yeah. All right, time to die. All right, time to die. There's a baby.
Yeah, there is.
There's a baby that would cry. Okay, the things I remember about this boss fight. Lady. Crying baby. Don't attack when crying. Fog?
There is fog.
Fog.
I don't know about that don't attack when crying part. Because I don't really think the crying affects you, like, at all.
No, I think it's like a retaliation that happens if you attack her when the baby's crying.
Really?
Although I wasn't sure about the fog.
The fog's a thing, yeah.
Well, yeah, it is a thing, but I wasn't sure about it. So maybe I don't remember the crying thing quite right. Multi-step? Duplication? Where it's like more than one?
Yeah.
But is there one true one, or is it a combined health bar?
That's a good question.
All right. Oh, those are the things I remember. Oh, that's gross. Sorry, everyone. Sorry. They probably don't care. They're dead.
Yeah.
Is this an ocelot? I was gonna say, is this an ocelot situation? But that's a bird, not a dragon. Well,
I'm not sure what that is.
it's a something. Oh no! The baby can probably do this too. I did. Is there supposed to be music? But there isn't. I can't hear it. It would require me paying attention to something other than the boss. Hey! I hear a dingling. Is the dingling normal?
Yeah.
Ow, that didn't hurt. Ow, that did a big ol' hurt. Oh, hello. Okay, how about I don't corner myself?
You can't hold it straight up.
Ow. By wait out, you mean avoid out.
Yeah.
Ow. Ow. What talking about? I didn't do that. You did.
Don't think that poison's gonna work out for you.
Auger. Empty. Ow. Ow. I need the arc to kind of hit the ground. I wasted the arc. It's like, can I dodge yet? Why? Yeah, it's doing like a hit worth of damage. Ah! Look at all this stamina I got. Jumped instead of rolling. That was my bad. I didn't realize I was running. Tentacles! Tentacles! Overpower the boss! What?
You're like those tentacles, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Understandable.
Okay. No! There's where it is. Well, I guess I got a choice to make. Do I keep them or eat them?
Well, eating them is optional.
Is that new? Yeah, I don't think it was like that before. I don't know. Maybe?
Good hunter, don't gamble. Very well, let me.
Yeah.
Farewell, good hunter.
Well,
May
I
you-
won. 19 insight. Nothing left to do. Everyone's dead. This place is on fire.
still haven't unlocked that.
60.
Gotta know.
I do.
Also, there with wisdom.
Fine. Why? Why even? Why even?
Well, there are some things you can get if you hit the challenge that comes up.
Oh.
Like there is an armor set that you can get in the challenge dungeon and then buy it from that map right there.
My beast went way up. Right before I bought stuff. I mean, I don't think there was anything else here that I wanted to try. I bought most of those. I didn't buy this, and I have that, but I didn't buy this. Do I have that? Do I? No. But whatever. I got plenty of supplies otherwise. This, I would like... I really don't need that with the other thing, do I? I just have this. I love this. It's great. It looks cool. It does cool stuff. It's awesome.
Yeah. The giant sword was not to look by a giant sword.
This isn't goodbye.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be, yeah. It might be.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Well, I'm thinking, you know, someday I'm going to want to come back to Bloodborne and Demon Souls, and what I'm going to end up doing is just the plus game. Like, I'm not going to start over.
You do a co-op run.
Yeah, I'd like to do a co-op run, but I'll co-op run the plus game. I just don't want to, I don't want to go back to the beginning to do stuff where, like, the struggle at the beginning is not the problem. It's the struggle in the middle, which I think I can handle a lot better after, you know, I broke part of the game by overpowering myself.
You'd think so.
Well, even like that, what I just did
No,
was because I overpowered it. I'm too high a level.
You go back to New Game, you are gonna do as much as you did at the very start of the game.
But I should be around level 60 to 70 at New Game. I'm level 110 or 1 something. I'm a little bit stronger than I should
that's
be.
I feel like that's under-leveled for New Game.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm thinking of a speed run then. Speed run would get you there. So another thought to do a co-op is for one of the people to do a Blood level 4 run to beat the game so that everything's unlocked, or to get to here in the game so that everything's unlocked without leveling up, so that they can just teleport and be summoned for the co-op run everywhere without, you know, like, okay, well, now I gotta help you, like, without switching over.
That sounds pretty infuriating to get through.
It would, yes. One of the things to do is the skip in I don't want to show it right now. I'll show it here in the plus game. There's a skip that gets you to the woods in the first level. You still have to get your weapon. But then you go back and get the wolf to push you through the wall on the stairs inside the building. So you stand at the top of the stairs next to the last post of the stairs, looking down the stairs, wait for the wolf to like size you up and then charge you, because that's where they're going to do a 2-grab move. They miss the first grab, you get in the corner between the stairs and the door up against the wall, then they do their second grab and you get pushed through that. You walk down the stairs on the outside of the normal geometry to a certain point toward the bottom of the stairs, turn right, and then you can go into the woods, or the place with the ladder on the other side of the gate. Huge skip, very important for a low-level run. And then the Shadows of Yharnam, you do what I did, which was go through the fog gate sideways, which breaks them. So things like that. There's other boss fights and things that you can break, and a lot of bosses that you can avoid, but as long as you grab the lanterns for the basic areas, you can be summoned in for co-op.
Yep.
Should I just attack him?
Sure.
Just skip the dialogue.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't been talking to anyone else. Well, I talked to the doll.
Dear, oh dear.
Couldn't
What was
avoid
it?
that, though.
The hunt? The blood?
I didn't listen
Or
to
the
her,
horrible dream?
but I talked to her. You could walk this whole time?
Well, I mean, he's kind of... I don't know. Is he immortal? I don't know.
How dare you? Your handicap tag is revoked.
Always comes down to the hunter's helper to clean
I always
up
feel bad
after
about putting my
these
handicap
sorts of
tag
messes.
out and then walking into the store. Like, people are looking at me walk, and they're like, well, you're not handicapped. I'm like, well, it's not.
Not a noticeable
Tonight.
thing for you.
Gammon
Yeah, I
joins
hurt.
the hunt.
Shut up. And then I try not to park in a handicap spot if there's a better one available. You know, it's also just fine. He would do it to me. Oh.
Must accept your death. Be freed from the night.
I walked into that. I literally jumped into that, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, get me. And he did.
I don't think jumping into that attack is a good idea.
No.
Not at all.
I see your point. Yeah. That, it showed me a... It's like, here's a wig. I'm like, that's cool. I can't get it now. Aw. I do like this being right here and that I just spent everything. Ah! Come on. I didn't expect him to power through that. Stop it. Unfortunately, wait, can I visceral it? Yeah! Nice. Oh, it took too long. That's the word. Okay, that's not cool. He's got a gun out now. But! Oh no. He hurts. Whoa. I thought I hit him. I really did. Okay, sir. Sir? Ah, I know. What? I hit him. I did. He got hit. He didn't care. Oh no. I'm at half healed. And he is still going. Sir, would you stop with the gun? Sir, what did I say?
Also, two things.
Yeah. Okay, can't do 3. Whoa! Nelly!
You must accept your death. Be free.
How many resources do I have? I have plenty of gun. I think I'll have enough health. I asked my Discord for co-op assist if I was going to do this, and nobody responded. So, yeah. Brock, are you online? I don't know if anybody's watching right now. I'm only asking because if this takes too long, because I'm at 2 hours total if you put the 2 together. I don't want to, you know, I got to finish this today. I don't want to do another day of this that is just this one boss and then that's it. I either finish this by myself, co-op, or don't. I disagree. No? That makes sense? Okay. I mean, that was cool. Gotcha! Ha! What? No. No, he's too smart for me. He's a dummy. Ow. Dude. Oh, you got hit by that. Ow. No, I'm too far away. It's a waste. I'd committed. I didn't know what too close was. I'm here to make sure you know 1 + 1 = 11. Am I missing something on that?
I have no clue.
Okay, just making sure that I'm
Yeah,
not
watch
alone.
out for that little explosion thing that he does, because that will hurt a lot.
Okay. And it's got. What do you think the range is on that? Paces wise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Keep it at 10.
Wow.
You want to make sure you got good distance when he does that.
Okay. I figured out the pace thing in Elden Ring. Your bow, the number, it's based on paces. I'll accept responsibility.
try to use the, so we have a transform, we got it.
Ah! Okay, fine, I'll heal. He's trying! See him try? Like 3 times there? Ow. Okay, yeah, I tried my tentacles. Bad idea. Nice. Watch this. Not that.
Don't forget, you also have a gun.
No, I have a two-handed sword. What? Ah, what? Like, he was right next to me. I was like, I don't need to dodge. Okay, I mean, that hit him. That's 10 paces. Yeah, that's 10 paces. Just about. I would say 8, but yeah, it's 10 paces away. Okay, so do I wait?
No, he's gonna keep doing it. But you'll have more luck. You're doing better than you were last time, that's for sure.
I disagree. And I will. Also, I noticed that my buff is gone.
There you go.
Yeah, and because I didn't eat the things. One plus one plus one equals 1. It's a math thing. Should I have eaten?
I mean, if you want enough boss fight.
But should I have?
It's only up to you.
Me personally.
Word them umbilical cords.
You get him, you fight him.
Yeah.
He's a fun fight. Kind of weird, though.
I chose the right clothes.
And so, the hunt begins again.
You get one copy.
Oh, okay.
Director, you should have talked to Miyazaki.
Lead programmer, Jun Ito, not Junji
I
Ito.
don't really know all that now. That's going too fast for me.
So, this is usually where I give my thoughts on the game, but I think I've voiced pretty much my thoughts on the game. So, when I played Wulong, in order to beat the tutorial, because I'm bad at QuickTime events, and that game's like, here's how we interpret QuickTime events in a Souls-like, I over-leveled in order to beat the tutorial boss, because the tutorial boss seemed unfair. They eventually nerfed him, but I didn't play the nerfed version. You don't do that. You just don't do it in the game. You don't present something early on in the game that is like the biggest test you'll ever have for the game. This is how the game is played, and if you don't get it here, there's no point in continuing. Because they put it at this point where you cannot leave the tutorial. You cannot level up. You cannot like find what your build is going to be. You can't try a bunch of different weapons. You have no idea how you're going to play the game later, and they're saying learn the game now. Bad. Very, very bad. Rest of the game, it's okay. There are some parts that are still very frustrating for me, who's not good with those QuickTime things, but also I had the easiest time with the bosses that other people that are good at that stuff had the worst time with. And that's kind of a theme for me. And it's because my play style is very much attuned to Dark Souls 1 and 2, which is think about what you're doing, create a plan of action, execute it, and if it doesn't work, pull back and think about a new one. The fights where that doesn't work in Dark Souls 1, like Pinwheel, I somehow die to. Because if you try to stop and think in a pinwheel fight, there are more pinwheels that blow you up.
Yeah. So what I'd normally do in any Souls game for my first run is I get the biggest sword I can find and I whack everything with it.
So I wanted to do that in Dark Souls because I was thinking before I finally play these games, I need to see what are the games about? How does the game what does the game lend itself to being the easiest way? And Dark Souls 1 is big sword and shield. Shield is like
technical, sorcery is your key to everything.
Well, but that's not how the game wants you to play it. That's how the game wants you to experience more of it. It doesn't want you to jump in your first time and be a sorcerer.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of resource management that you have to pay attention to that you can't do that and explore because you just run out of your resources.
Yeah, I would say the way that Dark Souls 1 and 2 handled sorceries is probably my favorite because it'll give you a set number of times you can use a certain spell instead of having a mana bar. I don't like the mana bar.
But okay, so mana bar in Demon Souls I was okay with because I equipped things that replenished it. So I had a sword and a ring that replenished my mana bar. So I was able to just keep using like low-level spells while I explored the map, and I still had plenty of mana for the boss fight. Now that did mean that during the boss fights that I was trying to cheese, if I ran out of mana, I had to kind of wait around for enough bar to come back just to cast every time. So the spider, I was just like waiting and casting. This one does bullets, which you can get back in the maps. So if you're using the tentacles or the buffing your weapon, which is something that I was doing while farming, and farming in that school area, they just drop a ton of ammo anyway. So I was getting more ammo than I was using, and I got full on ammo twice.
It's gonna be a joke in this
because I sold a bunch of ammo. Maybe. And there's also a Junyu Shito. So this one, I think it's really good at replenishing what you're using in some places. Now, towards the end of the game, though, it didn't like dropping blood vials. Beginning of the game, stock up on blood vials. If you run out of blood vials, you can either buy more or go back to the beginning of the game and find them. Stock up again. I didn't need to do that. I barely used any. I relied a little bit on passive and just running around with low health.
That's like the fourth Nick I've seen roll across the screen.
Chris Evans.
What the? Chris Evans. All right then.
So I don't think, obviously this game's like, this is how there's a very narrow way of playing that it wants you to play, that is comfortable playing.
Signed and sealed.
It does have options, clearly not as many options as Dark Souls,
Oh, don't you worry.
but it still
Whatever
works if you're
happens,
gonna go that way,
you
I
may
guess.
think
And
you
there are
know
people,
the
I've seen videos, I didn't watch them, but I've seen that there are videos where people are like, I use a gun only. It's like, I guess it's possible.
Oh, it's very possible. It's gonna take you a little bit to get that build going.
Yeah. I'm a little upset that there's sloppy geometry. That's not what I want to say. There's broken seams. The seams of the maps are not tight. Okay.
Is this what sleep paralysis looks like?
Somebody's. That's what it feels like. So as I was playing in Yarnum, I was looking around and I kept noticing these little things where eventually I had to say, "Oh, okay, look at this." And I showed it, and it's where you'll have a slope surrounded by buildings, but because there was a floor on the top of the slope that has to end, and instead of creating
You
something
found
to
yourself
block
a
your
hunter.
view of that, they just have the end of a floor, and as you go down the slope, you can turn around and see it just abruptly end. Like there's the end of the texture right there, and now there's a building which goes through part of that and into the next ground, which also has a weird end of the texture angle that you can also see. And that was just everywhere. Like they were trying to cram all these buildings in to create the pathways, but no one cinched anything up. No one cleaned anything up. And I was upset that I kept seeing it. It's like, I shouldn't be seeing this. I shouldn't be seeing this. I shouldn't be... No one's back there. I have a weapon. I don't think it'll work, but it might. I'm not sure if I want to do it. Technically done for the day, but... This is why. Okay, so this door has to close. So yeah, I have to die.
You don't have to die. You just
No, I have to die, otherwise I can't get grabbed here. But I'll at least show you this. So, you stand here, the werewolf will like walk back and forth at the bottom of the stairs, right about where my hat's at, and then he'll run at you. He'll miss his first grab, and you stand here, and then his second grab will send you through this wall.
Really?
And once you go through this wall, you can see the lady standing there. You'll go through there, you'll walk down... I think to there? Either there or there. If you're playing online, someone's written a message on the other side. And then you roll over, or either, I think you walk over. I think if you roll over, you'll roll off to your death. You roll over, you'll land on the outside of the building, and then you walk over, land on a wall, and jump down, and you're on the outside. And you can open the gate, and then the ladder's there to the woods. And it's a huge skip.
Really?
But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to destroy this thing. Well, I don't want to do glitches. But the original skip that I've seen people do is lead the wolf out here and go through the gate here. So they'll let it grab them here and push them through the gate. I think kind of at an angle like that. And then they'll open it from the outside. But yeah, you can go right there. See where that little statue juts out?
Mm-hmm.
That's where you jump over.
Right there.
Without coming outside. Without trying to lead him all the way out here. But yeah, the wolf's also got that tell where he'll size you up and then charge you, and that's what he's going to do is 2 grabs. Kane's still alright. It's not great. Whatever. Yeah, that's nice. It's nice damage. I think I'm gonna rank it under Dark Souls. Under DS1. I would just rather play that than this. I would rather play Elden Ring than all of them, rather play DS2 than the rest, rather play Dark Souls 1 than this, and rather play this than Demon Souls, and rather play Demon Souls than Dark Souls 3.
Don't like Dark Souls 3 that much, huh?
No, it's kind of like a mix of this and Demon Souls, but I think this is the best of those 3. This is where I found the guy, by the way. This was just the random enemy was walking right here because I came up from this side while I was exploring around. And there was an enemy here walking around. I was like, what is he doing here? This is where the lantern's at. I killed him and got the claw mark. The 20% visceral.
Ah, okay.
I was like, yeah, okay. And this person was still talkable. Oh, yeah, I don't want to do anymore because plus game playthrough, co-op possibility, I will talk to people. And I don't want to do it right now. So, I don't know. I'm not too into it. I had a really difficult spike, which maybe I could have gotten through it without over leveling. You know, just picking a different weapon. Maybe if I just knew more about what I was doing and where I was going, it wouldn't be so bad. But as a first time playthrough, my first time playing Dark Souls 1, where I died 167 times, was more enjoyable.
There is a lot more variety in what you can do in Dark Souls 1.
Yeah. And then Elden Ring. And then my first time playing Dark Souls 2, which I'm dumb for making myself do this. I extincted the entire world as a battle mage. And that was more enjoyable. It took forever. But I got to see the entire world doing that and learn almost everything about the game in my first run. That was more enjoyable than this. Demon Souls, yeah. The remake is great. It still has the older mechanics. It's like a prototype of these games, which I guess Kingsfield is a prototype of that. But you know, that's Miyazaki help us fix this game so we can release it. And then you have Dark Souls after that, which is Miyazaki make your own game. Which I can't remember. I'll have to look it up, or maybe somebody knows when Miyazaki came on to really help out with Armored Core. Because if it's Armored Core 2, even more reason to play it.
Yeah.
Because I played Armored Core and Project Phantasma, whatever, on my channel in preparation for Rubicon. Wow.
I don't know if that one's gonna tie into any of the other ones, but I'm probably gonna play it because it's a really cool looking mech game.
And you have a lot of strafing. You have, I think, almost what I want my video game to be like, with the movement, with the boosters and everything like that. It's not like flight, which I would do more DBZ flight type thing. Sure, ground combat, but like pick up and like free fly. Well, imagine Kakarot, but you don't go into a battle encounter. That flying around, but then also you're in battle.
You can just get to fly whenever.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing that I
There's two
would
mech
want in my
games that I
game.
know that already do that, which one of them is X, which has a mech that you can just start flying whenever, but you have to have some kind of flight module thing for it. You got to get like halfway through the game before you can do that. And then Daemon X Machina, which you can just fly whenever. But it is also tied to a stamina thing, so you can fly indefinitely, but if you boost and your stamina runs out, then you'll just fall to the ground.
I would have a somewhat stamina system. I would separate stamina and energy. You fly with your energy, but you have two types of energy that you can use. Body energy is what you use to perform actions, and that's not your stamina, because your stamina is tied. So you have like a health and stamina, but then you have an energy and spirit energy, or body energy and spirit energy.
What type of game is this going to be?
It's going to be like, I'm not sure if I've changed any mechanics after playing Dark Souls, but it's like Dragon Ball Z, but MMO. But everything is, what was the other, but No Man's Sky type of world. Is it no, Red Faction. The one where, like, because I want the environment to be destructible, if you create a hole, the hole is created, not that all the material behind it already existed.
Just want to make it like,
Yeah. And it's about, it has the Dragon Ball Z combat, so you have your energy and you have your martial arts, and
yeah,
you know, when you encounter somebody, you do actual fighting with them, but it's about owning land, basically.
If you want to have a destructible environment with it all, you gotta account for all the players who are gonna straight up destroy it. Which is gonna be just about everybody.
If they're strong enough, yeah. It will become eventually possible to destroy an entire planet. But that's like a 4 years down the road for the game. Like that kind of power, you're not going to get that right away. You're not going to get that within the first year. And that's because of the leveling system that I'm developing. Because, Dragon Ball Z, Krillin hits a limit. He doesn't think he can get any stronger, right? Goes to Namek, then what happens?
He dies.
Before that. Elder Guru unlocks his potential, so now he can get stronger.
Does that have to go on too?
Right. He allows them to tap into something that is within them that unleashes this ability to get stronger. So a Saiyan could get that through a Zenkai boost. They could get hurt really bad, recover, and now they can get stronger.
I still think that's dumb.
It is, but
That's incredibly dumb.
the idea that you can hit a limit is great. The idea that you can then overcome that limit through some means, even better. So I want to, every level, you have to build your character in some way. You have to increase the you have to create a potential for stats to increase. And low levels, you only have like this limited range. Like you can increase this stat from this parameter to this parameter, but then you have to rest in order to get that boost. So for level 1, you can train your character, then you have to rest, and that will level you up based on what you trained. You can't go back. As soon as you rest, that's what's calculated into providing for your next level. And if you run out of body energy, you can't continue to train until you rest. So it encourages you to rest. So a high level can be low stats if those stats aren't being trained. And you have to manage what you're going to train because you'll only have a limited amount of energy. You can, and then this is where spirit energy comes in as well. If you want to push past your supposed limit, you can use your spirit energy to replenish your body energy. But your spirit energy doesn't come back during the day. That is a rest to get it back. Your body energy can kind of slowly come back, but then you can like spirit energy boost that back up to full, and then you can train some more, but then your stamina might wear out because that's tied to your actual physical body, which will destroy itself if you push it too far. So you're out of stamina, do not work. You might die. But your stamina, you know, it's going to be a lot hardier. And that can decrease from being in a fight. So your health can go down, which has sort of like Bloodborne. It can go down, but there's a bar that can come back that was like slowly regen back to that point. And your health bar as a total is not what you're worried about. Your health bar, as you have like a head health bar, if that reaches a certain limit, you can get knocked out. You're unconscious. If your abdomen health bar gets to a certain limit, you could get like actual organ damage. If your arms or legs reach a certain limit, they can break. They can hit that limit, but then you better stop using them or stop getting them hit, because then you're in a danger zone of something bad happening. And you can move where that limit is based on like, your willpower, your rage, or your virtue, I think is what it was. So, and willpower and virtue were kind of the same thing, except for virtues, like this is the good guy thing, willpower is the selfishness thing. And then rage is the evil thing. So willpower is neutral, virtue is good, and then rage is evil. But you could move those bars around and they will move your limit lower so that your health can go lower before hitting its limit.
Okay.
So you have all this, you're doing this training, you're wearing yourself out, and then you rest, and then all the gains are applied to your character, and you reach that new level, and you have a total power level based on all these different stats. And someone can sense your level, but without a high ability to sense, they can't tell your power level. Eventually, you can train your sense to tell their power level and their level. So you can see, oh, this person's level 50, but I'm a level 25 with the same power level as them. So they haven't been training right, I can still fight them. But they've kind of locked themselves into needing to train more to gain more levels, because as your level increases, it's harder to gain levels. And then you get to level 100 and you do not gain any more. It's like you found your limit. This is level 100. You like no amount of working and no amount of rest will gain you stats anymore. You're like, where's level 101? Like, there isn't a level 101. What? What do you mean? It's like there's no level 101. What do you want? And then something happens, which I'm not going to talk about on stream. So I got to end this. Bloodborne, I mean, it's a good game. It's from Software. It's Souls-like. It's cool. I'm not impressed. There you go.
How again? Thank you for joining us. If you did, stay safe out there, Commonwealth.